Perfect. Can everybody see my screen, whoever's online?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So first of all, as everybody saw in the email, we got a new signature. Well, I should say a new logo. That logo is being rolled out, as you can see on our signature. I'm going to show you how to change your signature just real quick. Most of you have already done it. I just want to make sure if there's any questions, everybody knows how to do it. We will be rolling out new windows, or I should say signature for all our windows for our warehouses. That is starting to happen. So that's being sent out to the warehouses so they can put them up on the windows, doors, things like that. We'll be doing the new wrap of the warehouse stations, I guess you call them, sometime at the beginning of the year. We're waiting, of course, till the beginning of next year to change everything. Business cards. Unless you need new business cards, use your old ones, okay? Until they're out. Any questions on that?
Nope.
Perfect. So, easiest way to get to your signature is go to your email, go to new, signature, signatures. I have two of them in here. The West is the one I use, as everybody knows. Basically, what you will do is you'll go ahead and copy the signature that I sent you. And then we'll go back to signatures, West, go down to where that logo is, paste it, hit OK. Guess what? You just change your signature or the logo on your signature. You're done. That's all you got to do. It's real simple. Does anybody have any questions on that? Lovely, wonderful, great, fantastic. This is great. All right. Let's see here. One of the things that came up this week and last week is when you guys go on vacation, please put your out of office on. Change your voicemail to let everybody know that you're out of the office. We've had some issues where people are on vacation, didn't put their out of office notification on, and a couple things got slipped and missed. So it causes issues on my part because, you know, sometimes I don't remember everybody's on vacation, even though I have it come up and everything every morning. If you're on vacation, sometimes when things are sent by email and from Tulsa, they don't know you're on vacation. So please do that. Make sure we have out of office on. If you're not sure how to do that, please let me know and I can show you how to do that. It's real simple. You do have to do it in your webmail. You cannot do it in Outlook. Any questions? Anybody need help with that they know of right now? Don't be shy. Okay. Got the new signature logo. We got that taken care of. Give me a minute. Price matching. Generally, we will price match just about anybody and everybody with a couple of exceptions. One of the price matching things that came up this week is that a company wanted us to price match a price they got from another distributor, which is fine, except they wanted us to take the tax off because that other company didn't charge them tax. We don't do that.
Yeah.
If they don't have a tax exempt form on file with us, they do not get the tax off. They need to give us a tax exempt form. Keeping in mind that if they don't have it on file and they want to place an order right then and there, they're still going to get charged tax. It takes 24 to 48 hours for us to actually get tax authorization, get everything done so that we can take the taxes off. We do not go back and credit taxes. It's one of those things that we just can't do. The other indication that we will not match pricing is if it is below our cost. That's why it goes through me so that we can take a look. Sometimes we will let certain things go through even though it might be below cost because of certain other criteria that are met. Generally, that's going to be for franchises, things like that, where we get money on the back end. We know things like that do happen. But if it's below cost, then we take it into consideration. We check, first of all, the customer, we check their history, we check what they order, different things like that. If a customer is not in our top 100 and it doesn't look like they've ever been or will be, and they don't order this material very often, I'm probably going to say no to price matching if it's below cost. Why? Let somebody else deal with them because we're not making any money on them. We're not doing anything except losing money. And anytime it's below cost, it's even further below cost because we pay for shipping as well. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on that? Does anybody have any thoughts or issues with our policy regarding price matching? No? Okay, perfect. Let's see here. Things with Tulsa. You guys are doing a great job with getting me involved with anything having to go through Tulsa. Keep it up. But we can always do better. I mean, there's still, every once in a while, we'll have somebody that sends an email out of turn. Not that it's anything major, but they let me know anytime you guys go through them directly. It's not a big deal, except when you take advantage of it. So we don't want to do that. Going to Yvonne for special pricing, you can do that. That's not a problem. Sending in an email to Mary to have things changed on an account, no, that needs to go through me. We don't necessarily go through Mary. I have two other resources that I go through. So if we're trying to find out where something is in the process, in other words, somebody says, I placed an order on Monday, where's my product? First of all, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and have the customer check online to do a tracking. And if the customer refuses to do that, we need to train the customer properly for future reference. That is the way we're doing things. It is something that when I send an email to Tulsa to get tracking, it's put on the back burner. So for instance, like this week, customer wanted to know where product was. So I sent an email. That was Tuesday. I got an answer back this morning because of how busy they have been. Customer already got the product. I called the customer. The customer's like, well, I already got the product. What took you so long? Well, that's what happens. If they don't want to call in and they don't want to look online, then they run the risk of things happening at a slow or snail's pace. So just keep that in mind. Try to do your best to make sure that you are training your customers on the proper way of doing things. And if there's an issue or a problem, I'm sorry, you can, let me know and we'll try to fix it. So questions on that?
What happened? Customer calling an inside sales reps.
Customer, well, of course, yeah. Customer, that's what I'm saying. Customer can go online for their tracking, or call an inside sales to find out where their information is. They're going to get a much faster response than from me. Okay, that's what I'm saying. We just need to train them properly, because sometimes customers think, and it's fine that the customers want to deal with us, customer service wise and everything else, but we do have certain protocols that we need to adhere, and that is one of them. Having them check it on their own and everything else. You can send an email to me, but keep it in mind and just let your customer know. You can get a faster response by calling in and waiting the 90 seconds it will take for you to get a hold of a sales rep or inside rep to be able to find out where your material is.
Well, they did call in. The inside sales rep find out he placed an order. They didn't process the order.
I'm sorry?
He placed an order of Oracle 8300 pink.
Okay.
And then he called in again the next day, say, hey, are you able to get me a tracking number? And the order was never processed. So they processed again, okay?
Okay.
And then the girl's not able to give him more information on the lead time or anything. So I guess it went to the direct order department.
Okay, well, at that point, if there's an issue with an order that we can't seem to get placed through inside sales, you send me an email. That's something that I can take care of immediately to find out what the heck is going on.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say.
That's not I completely get that. I'm talking about just tracking. If customer is in, like Angel brought up, and the order had yet to be placed for some reason, they have a problem. Hold on a minute. Come on in. All right. If they have a problem with anything, then you send me an email just real quick, and I will go ahead. I can get on the phone with somebody to get things taken care of quickly. That's a little bit of a different issue. Okay? Anything else? Any other questions on that? Last thing is, guys, thank you for helping each other. We sometimes get into issues where we need help with product knowledge. We need help to figure out what product needs to be used. GroupMe has been great. Sometimes we call each other to find out what's going on and everything else. We don't want to take advantage of other sales reps because they have their own territories to deal with. However, make sure that if you can help somebody, please do help. Generally you can call me as well or send me an email. I'm here to help in any way, shape, or form that I can. That's what I am here for. But I wanted to say thank you for those that have been helping others out throughout the past year, quarter, everything. So I wanted to say thank you to those, and everybody else, please let me know how I can help. I'm here, really. I answer the phone. I call you back. Has anybody never gotten a call back from me when you guys call in, even though you don't leave me a message?
Always.
Always, right. Thank you.
Never.
So I'm here. I can help you. I may not be the most knowledgeable in everything having to do with the print industry. However, I am pretty good at what to do and know what product to use for a specific circumstance. Okay, so I can help in a lot of those areas, figuring out what material to use instead of, for instance, IJ180 CV3. Going to the MC is a great thing. Going to the Avery, different things like that. That's an easy one. Most everybody knows that. But I do know all the other ones as well a lot of times. So please utilize me, use me, because that's what I'm here for. Anybody have any questions with that? And also, guys, if you have any issues, you're not sure about my knowledge base or how I can help, please feel free. I don't have an ego. I really don't. You guys can call me and get in touch with me and tell me, that doesn't sound right. So then we'll go ahead and research it together. I have no problem with that. If you feel that my knowledge base is not where it should be, please let me know so that I can continue to increase that. Okay? Anybody have any questions?
The best is called
I
a
have
vendor.
one question.
Okay, hold on a minute. Angel, you were first.
The best is called a vendor.
Well, actually, the vendor can help a great deal. That is correct.
But there's nobody at Oracle to call.
Yeah.
Who do you call?
Oracle, they never answer. Gary Buck text, call, never answer.
Yeah, Gary Buck. What a joke. Oracle, forget trying to get an answer.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, not happening.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
I call Tim actually.
Yeah.
Oracle Tim, he's in East Coast. You just have to
Yeah.
call him before East Coast.
All right. Yes. Carly, you had a question, you said?
Yeah, I had a brand new customer the other day. He wanted to place an order and get things rolling. I said the best way to do it, of course, is to call a 1-800 number and get his account set up and his account number and so on and so forth, and talked about products and whatnot. So he called to do that, and he was told by the inside rep, who he said seemed a little lethargic. I did not get a name, unfortunately, but he said that she said that he needed to sign up online, that she could not do that for him.
Okay.
I heard that before.
Is that true now?
That's happened to me too.
Yeah, okay, so that should not be happening. When things like that happen, phone numbers of who they're calling in from, what phone number they're using, this is something that I need to know about immediately. And we want to make sure that the customer is taken care of. So if the customer, they're saying, go ahead and go online, try to do that. If not, we'll figure it out. But I need to know that so that we can listen to the call as soon as possible, so that we can get with that person and get them proper training. Because sometimes these new people, they just take the easy way out, and that's not the right approach. So we need to make sure that they are informed properly of the proper procedure and things like that. Okay? So
I had him call back and
I'm
told
sorry?
him, hopefully you'll get another operator ASAP. If you don't, let me know.
and
then
that's it.
called
I
you.
mean, yeah, I hate to do that. If your
Me
customer
too.
can,
I know.
okay, if your customer can do that, still send me an email. Get as much information as you can.
But I didn't have a name. I don't have a name.
That's
of the
okay.
rep.
I don't care.
Okay.
Because if I know
Right.
the date and the time of day they called in and the phone number they called from,
Okay.
we can actually go back and find the call and find out who they
Okay.
were, talked to, and everything else. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So that is not true then. I just
That
want to
is
verify
not-
that's not true.
If the customer can
Okay.
log in, or sign up online, that's great. Go right ahead and do that. Otherwise, they should be able to call in and open an account.
Thank you.
with the 800 number.
But some
Okay,
customer,
good to know.
some customer did online. It's not gonna be in the system. Maybe like later on, like 24 hour.
And
You know,
that's
and
Yeah,
that's-
that's the
And they
problem.
wanna place an order.
right. And so that's, online, they still have to put the order in and everything, or put the the information into the system. So yes, it is a lag time going online doing that. That is correct, Angel.
Yeah,
That's
but if-
right.
And
But if a customer-
it is unfortunate, but yeah. So anyway, if a customer needs to place an order right then and there, they're antsy to do business with us, have them call in. If for some reason they get somebody that wants to take the easy way out and tells them to get online, get the information, have the customer call back in and get a hold of somebody else.
That's what I did.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
Hey,
Anybody- anything else? What else?
this is Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys, I don't mean to discount your Gary Butt experiences, but I do want to say that he has helped me a lot this week with Proven Graphics. They were frantically searching for a clear polyester printable material, and it turns out that Oracal does have a version. He got a 30-inch by 10-yard sample out to Jeremy on 2 day at their cost, and it's been very helpful. So,
Well, you were one of the lucky ones.
well, and believe me, and Carly, Proven. I'm glad I was lucky with that customer.
Yeah, no
you
kidding.
know, I know him for 11 years. He's been great way back, but it's just lately, this couple year, Oracle just kind of lags off on communicating with
That's
us.
how I am.
So
Same thing with
he's
me.
just kind of phoning it in now, huh?
They got another guy was working there for 2 years. That person never respond, and then now and then Gary Buck came back, and then he went on surgery. Then I had to get a hold of Tim. Now I think Gary Buck's back, but they need to communicate with us, because sometimes we don't like to call them at all, but when we call them, we need something important. It's not like we have time playing around, I understand their time is important, but our times too. We want to make the sales for them. So at least they should get back to us within 24 hours at least.
Right. Thank you, Angel.
Okay.
Here, here.
So I want to make sure that I understand. Chuck, thank you for your input. I've never had a problem with Gary or anybody at Orifal. However, Angel and Carly, I guess the two of you for sure are having issues with getting
Oh
contact.
yeah, he never calls. He never calls back, or he never replies to an email. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Who is that?
Okay, thank you.
That was Paula.
Okay, Paula, thank you. So
See?
Welcome.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask anybody who is having a problem with any of the manufacturer reps that they are not getting contacted back. Please send me an email. Not that you're going to be called out in front of them. I just need to know exactly who's having problems and with which reps.
I only have a problem with
This is-
Orcal. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Orcal.
All right. So it's just Oracal. Nobody else has any problems.
Yeah.
Anybody other
Okay.
any other rep?
Nope.
Okay. So is it anybody else have anybody other than Gary Buck with Orifal? Okay. So apparently it's Gary. So that's fine. All right. So I can address that and make sure that if there's an issue that we get it taken care of with Gary or with Orifal. Gary's been with
Ted,
Orifal for a long
this
time.
is nothing. This is nothing new. Back when Alan was our supervisor, the same thing was going on.
Okay.
Nothing new
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't.
for us. For me.
Like I said,
Anyway.
I dealt with Gary when I had the other territory, which was back east,
Sure.
and that's
Sure.
where he was, and I never really had an issue with it. Haven't had an issue really, except for when he was getting his surgery, about getting back to me and everything else. So,
Well, he used to handle. They cut him off, and he handled the East only. And
Right.
there's another sales rep. What's his name? Sergio, I believe.
Sergio, right?
Was handled the
Sergio's
West.
gone.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gone. Now I think there's nobody was in the West for a while.
Gary's
Then-
now in.
Now it's in the West. Yeah,
Right.
he just got back to the West.
That is correct. That is correct. So, all right. Well, listen, I will do my best because if we've got an issue, we need, of course, to get better from him. And we can, do our best to put pressure on them to make sure that we get that. Okay. I am sorry. I did not realize that this has been an ongoing issue for years with Gary. I didn't know that. But let me.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not Gary. It's just pretty much overall Oracle. They need to assign someone that actually help us on the West. Someone
Okay.
with a contact. If
Yeah.
they change, they should let us know. Who's the new person or who we should contact. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else, guys? Is there anything else anybody wants to bring up? Is there any, not issues? I don't want this to be a bitching session by any means for everybody. I try to keep it upbeat as best that I can. So, is there anybody have any successes that are going on that we should all know about? Is there any questions that people have about product lines or anything they want to get some answers now?
No.
How you guys have any good or bad response on the Alon?
Not yet.
Ducks.
So
I have some people don't like it, some people like it. So I'm kind of like,
Well, I can tell you in the valley, it's only good for 6 months, so it's worthless.
I
On
heard about that.
the new SLX?
I heard the lamp.
Yeah,
The lamp was having
the
fun.
SL.
Hey, Brian,
Yo, what's up?
huh.
you saw a lot of SLX in your area, right?
No, it stuff sucks, man. I wouldn't give it to
Okay.
the worst enemy.
Oh, it sucks. Okay. Wow.
This is the first. This is the first I've heard about having problems with SLX. I didn't know.
I've had one customer that had 2 kits that they bought from the competitor and both kits failed, and George tried to backpedal out of all this stuff. So, luckily it wasn't through Fellers, but still, he won't ever use it. Another customer tried it. They will never use it.
Okay.
Just, it's crap.
I heard it's the
So it's
lamp.
getting a bad reputation already. Okay.
All right.
That's
Again, this is something I was not aware of. Please,
No, me neither.
if you guys hear of any product problems or anything like that, let me know immediately, so that I can at least try to figure it out. Because if that is the case, if there's a problem with the new SLX material, then of course the manufacturer needs to know of what we're hearing in the field.
Oh, the manufacturer knows. Trust me.
Well, I understand George knows, but that doesn't necessarily mean the manufacturer knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Falls off.
The sales rep for that manufacturer knows. That doesn't necessarily.
Hey, Ted,
Sorry, go ahead.
this is Chuck. I've still got a real bad taste in my mouth about their rollout and how they handled the samples. It took 90 days for mine to show up. And I mean, initially when they rolled out the product, I immediately had 10 people that wanted to try the printed sample. And I'd go by and see them, hey, do you have that for me? No, it hasn't shown up. And then you were copied on some of the exchanges that I had with George. And George was, I mean, almost belligerent getting back to me. Why I didn't have my sample.
Yeah.
Well, you're lucky you got it. I never received mine.
Well, there you go.
All right. Well, yeah.
Hello, my
Wow.
Dennis, and he's been really good about getting some samples to me. I've had customers that quite like the SLX.
Okay. So we're getting conflicting reports, and that's good. That's what I want to hear is where we have issues. Give me a minute, please.
So you've had good results with it then, huh?
Yeah, I got a couple of customers that quite like it.
Okay. All right. That's good to know too. So, God. Huh.
I guess my real problem with it is that you try to get a sample roll for your customer to print on, and it's like pulling teeth. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Well, I just met with Dennis here at my house here this week and last week too, and he ordered it up right away, the sample for my customer, and said it should be there in a couple of days. So we'll see.
yeah,
But
it was.
If Dennis did it, you'll get it because he's already sent me a couple of them.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, Dennis is on it.
Pretty quick.
Dentist
know
is
that.
good. Dentist is good. You
Dennis
got it.
is wonderful. Yeah, I made him tuna sandwiches at my house. I like Dennis.
Yeah, same here. This is Richard. Same thing. I hate that it's like
Like
pulling
Richard.
teeth.
Very good guy.
It's really
Good
hard to
guy.
get
I
samples.
want to work for him, but I want a product I don't have to worry about. God.
Okay. All right. So who was talking about getting samples, pulling?
That's me, Richard.
Richard. Okay.
Yeah, same thing. I met with George maybe a couple weeks ago, and
All right.
it was real hard to get samples. I got one from Dennis, which was cool and really quick. But yeah, George, it was exactly like that. It's like pulling teeth. I had a bunch of customers
Is
that
that
needed
George
it.
Wyant?
Yep.
George Wyant? Awful.
Yep.
Yeah, Jorge.
Agree. Awful.
All right. Well, it's from what I hear. Then we're having problems basically with George. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
I think George is gone. George is going to be gone, I think.
I don't know about that. George, pretty high up, guys.
Well, maybe that's why.
Yeah. So.
It's too high. That's why.
You know what? Why don't we try this? If you guys need samples for customers, I mean, I know they don't do a lot of sample rolls unless there is a really good opportunity usually. Let me know. Send me an email when you send an email to him for a request for a sample roll. That way he knows that I'm being copied, and I can go ahead and follow up with him and or someone else from the Arlon organization to find out what the deal is. How about let's try that, see if that works, okay?
I got Dennis. No worries there.
Okay, well, yeah, no, I understand. I'm talking about George, of course.
Okay.
All right, let's try that because we don't want to have a problem with manufacturer reps. Of course, we are having a little bit of issues, and that's unfortunate. But we need to know these things. I need to know these things so that we can get with them and say, hey guys, we need to fix this process. So, what else?
What else?
On the 3M 1080 new liner,
Yeah.
do your customers still have problem with the air bubble stuck?
Okay, that's on the 1080, the new liner they're using with the 1080.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we can't do anything about that. They know the issue. They know that there's an issue with that, but they're basically saying it's once in a while that they're having that issue. It's not nationwide apparently, and doesn't have anything to do with any what do you call us? Shoot, I can't think of the number I'm thinking of. Sorry guys, it's too early in the morning for me, and I've got workmen here, and I can't think of that. Anyway.
What are you doing at your house?
I am redoing my upstairs bathrooms.
Oh, that's right. Cool. That's fun. We want pictures.
I will actually. I'll send you pictures of the before and during. I don't have anything after because they're not done yet.
Are you gonna wrap your wall?
Yeah, a week and a half. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna wrap your wall with a 3M 8600?
Yes. My wife, on the other hand, wants a traditional bathroom.
Okay, no wall murals, huh?
Right. No, not yet anyway. I'm still working on her. All right. So I'll share some pictures with you guys if you really want. So, all right.
I do have a comment.
I'm sorry.
One comment. Is anybody getting a lot of damaged products because the freight companies are throwing stuff around and being too aggressive, and it ends up at the customers wrecked?
Oh yeah, here. This is Sarah.
Yeah.
The warehouse.
Hi, Sarah.
I mean, yeah, they had like a half
up here
pallet
too.
of like severely damaged product.
And
yeah,
I'm getting it too. For like 2 or 3 months in a row.
And this is generally you.
Get what you pay for, fellers. They want to go cheap, and that's what happens when you buy it. If you don't have a good legitimate freight company, they just treat the product like crap.
Well, we generally ship at UPS unless it's a local courier. So is it UPS we're having an issue with?
Yeah. No, it's the courier. It's like the big pallets that come from Fellers to the warehouse every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're getting damaged freight from when our refill trucks come in.
Sure. That too. Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor, if you guys could send me an email on that so that I can get with Gary. Is it Gary? Yes, with Gary to find out exactly what we might be able to do to try and get that rectified.
Well, technically, that's the warehouse manager's job to get a hold of it.
Yeah, I agree. It is.
Warehouse manager to tell the Gary Hunt about it.
That is correct.
The warehouse managers, they're so busy, they're just running. They're just shipping it out too.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to say, guys, is if you know about it, if you've seen it, or your warehouse manager says something to you about it, send me an email. Just because the warehouse manager should be doing it, he probably is and could be. But if Gary gets it from all ends, if he's getting it from me, he's getting it from Rich, he's getting it from Rex, then something will be changed, especially if the more he gets information, okay? If we need to change freight companies, we can certainly do that. But the more information we have, the more issues we find, that's where things like that can take effect, okay?
I've had 2 customers end up with ruined $2,500 rolls of metallic, of the 48-inch. The end cap totally busted out. Three deliveries. The third one finally made it okay because they had to double box it. It's so heavy. And also even some 180. My customer wanted double boxed, or he was going to go with Sun because they courier straight to them. Doesn't matter how far away they are. So I'm trying to resolve it on my own way too. It's UPS
Well,
or
okay.
it's also FedEx. See?
Well, now hold on a minute. Is that UPS that's screwing the order up?
Yeah.
Is it our warehouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's both. It's not my warehouse. It's not my manager. It could be damage inside the box he does not see. But from the warehouse to my customers, damage. It's stupid. From Portland, even from San Jose, though, I've seen damage where 2 rolls were returned. And it's expensive.
Yeah, no, I get that, and it's an issue with the
And then-
customer. Keep it in mind, everybody. Keep in mind that, freight, once it leaves our hands, we really have no control over that.
I know.
How they deal with it.
God.
We can suggest and make recommendations to UPS. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen where they're going to change their policies just for us. As much business as we do with them, they're a monster. We can only tell them that we're having issues, and they also will see that as many claims as we do have with them. And we do a lot of claims with them. So that, still send me an email. But on UPS issues, all I can do is keep Gary involved in that. We're, freight issues is one thing, UPS issues is another. Cool?
Double box.
They double box certain things that are really heavy should be double
Well, that's
boxed.
not, guys, keep in mind that that's a manufacturer issue for them to double box. Am I understanding that right? They need to double box at the manufacturer? Because that probably is.
No, Feller does that sometimes on the Oracle.
We do a lot of double boxing. That
on
is
Oracle. Yeah.
on Orifal. That is correct.
Yeah. Because
But
they're
not
boxed
on,
fine.
but not on other that are like really heavy,
Like
I
what?
think that's the problem. The 780 MC is very heavy on a 48 inch. It's super heavy. And I think that's why that damage is happening. And it's not double box. And the cores, the end cores, there's plastic. The plastic's shredded. And then the edges of the material is all creased. Customer can't use it. And so I think double boxing the 780 MC is a good recommendation because
Okay, then
it'll
send
save
that-
it. 'Cause it's-
Send that to me in an email.
Okay.
For recommending 780 MC being double box, especially the 48.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Send that to me in
Okay.
email, and we'll talk with Rex about it and Rich, and see if that's something that we can make happen, at least in the West. Okay.
Okay.
We can
Okay.
also find out how many other warehouses or salespeople are having that same issue. Because if that's
Well, there were
the case,
three.
we'll make it company-wide.
It took a third one to finally get double box to make it not happen the third delivery.
Okay.
Same customer.
Well, send me an email. Okay.
Okay.
What else?
Ted, Chuck here.
Yes, sir.
Back to 3M, I've got 2 things. Number one, that I'm getting a new rep. Jonathan Gerlach is transitioning out. And Jonathan is one of those guys that I had to send 2 or 3 emails to get a response, and then he'd come back with 20 questions. The new guy, Robert McCandlish, responds immediately. I think he's going to do great.
Okay.
The second thing,
Hold on, Chuck. Do me a favor.
yeah.
The next time you talk to that new 3M rep, would you have him call me, because I was not aware of this change with Jonathan Gerlach leaving?
Sure. Well, he's not. He's kind of moving up and going to.
That's fine, but he's leaving your territory. Because I take care of the contact information for all manufacturers. This is something that I need to know, and they get sometimes very slow and forget to do things like that. So would you have that new rep contact me? All right, well, go ahead and continue.
The other thing is along the liner on the MC material. I had a customer that had problems with the 480 MC, got 2 bad rolls. And when Jonathan did respond, he admitted both to me and to the customer that they had issues with the liner. They didn't have a resolution to it. They were working on it. He did get credit on it. but my customer actually switched over to the Avery 1405
Okay.
to take the place of that 480
Yeah.
MC. So I just wanted to share that as well.
Yeah, and see, that's the whole thing is that they've been having, when they went to the new liner, they've been having some issues, and it's not just the MC, it's also on the 1080 like Angel was bringing up. It's the same type of liner that they're using on that as well. So that's the only thing I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to say that they've got it fixed. I do not know the answer for sure. All I know is that there have been a little bit of issues all over the place for certain things. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Again, we don't want this to be a bitch out session to everybody, but is there anything positive that anybody has to go on?
It's sun shining in Seattle.
Oh, wonderful. Yes.
Still sun shining. That's good.
All right. Listen, guys, thank you.
If anybody's ever been to the West, Seattle in the wintertime, it's not fun.
Yeah, right.
We like it. Okay.
All right. So, guys, if anything else comes up, please, like I said, please get with me. Let me know what we can do. We're going to have another meeting in a couple of weeks because we are going to go to the 2 a month and it's not going to be anything except for real quick seeing what's going on. And if I can get a sponsor to actually come in and train us a little bit. Is there anybody that wants training on something similar or specific? If you do, send me an email. Okay. And I'll get with that manufacturer up and see if we can't put something together for our middle of the month. Does that sound acceptable to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so far I've had 3 yeses. Anybody else have any no's? Good. That's the way we'll make it then, as best we can. All right, let's finish this up. Is there any other thing, anything else that we need to discuss right now? Perfect. Love it. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. Sell, sell, sell. I want to have a good month. Please, let's have a good month. Okay? Get with me.
So do I.
Okay. All right, guys.
Bye.
Have a great one.
Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
So long.